the women, also what women are judging, yes, I'm men. Also what women are judging, yes, I'm men.
But you miss okay. Oh, yeah, tell Barcelona. You. Why so mean that all back in you? I change what the Patape Wake Up. Shares a partner for the past. I put a body. US no matches in the doors. Over quarter final, Morocco Bessanche.
US walk up here. That's a money, Bobby.
More body. Why so you are quite why so to who you mess your energy? You almighty you. I call the Bobo on my boy. If you see a young soup player the next 100 years, you mess a young soup player the next 100 years. So is that football to play behind who are bass as you do watching. Or now enjoy. Now play a man for crying and no more enjoy. Ronaldo or Hennes was your corner with your neighbor. You messy. Or now enjoy. Wouldn't be all kind of the essay. Or home queen videos you YouTube zero. I
yes, you will need, a divine opportunity for your breakthrough. And that is Riasana Brabana Yabonus, the Obia Rishano. So a good opportunity for you to break through in life so that the world at large will come to your aid and will know how better you are doing and how good you are as an individual. Obianso with dreams. But dreams now, it will take God to have your dream become reality. Because untimi have a dream, na unya sleepless night. Upon the time I untimi kase unkwa wanting to pursue dream na upese uye yaseno. Na story we ekame. When there was a particular final in South America, when a young 15-year-old boy was actually dreaming about being a commentator of that particular Copa Libertadores final happening between Flamengo and Palmeiras. When you ball 94 minutes in Rio, Flamengo etimi ewini a Felipe Luis at Nahabonaba, so how he has been able to do when it comes to the legendary status of him being as a retired player and coming in as a coach and making sure so the Flamengo obey a lot of wonders within the shortest possible time. But this particular final attracted a lot of people, especially in the South American continent. Because I'll call into this particular continent, it is one of the major finals and one of the competitions are clubs say a major and ultimatum competition that people from Afro will come in and watch this particular final. But there was a 15-year-old boy who had that particular dream to become a commentator and even becoming a commentator. The hometown of where that he was living and to where the final was being played, Lima in Peru, it will take you close to about 18 hours in a bus ride for you to reach that particular stadium. And Akodanu Huno said, this is a divine opportunity for him to witness some of these wonderful finals, or no as a 15-year-old boy, and even watching that final, that dream when you're in the locality, see a local match within his community, or no in a commentary mode. I'm a man for Asere, I'm the locality to be a bonabaso se oyakoda, but commentary now all year in the locality will be a bonabaso. This was a divine opportunity for him to showcase it into the world. They didn't at the clever human Sanchez. And he needed to ride 15 hours in the bus from the village to Lima, the capital of Peru, and to make sure that Onubiti Mapa had this particular match, DIABY. Okudru match venue honum, Nanase Stadium honum no. Ogo with no accreditation. Okono, it was just, a school bag and the bonechi, the phone, the camera, the small microphone, and his towering, wonderful voice that he wanted the world to hear. But Oju Stadium, because of so only accreditation, because of so only any other thing, to have it upon himself, he was denied in entering that particular sports stadium, DIABY. Omu denied, he needed to come back. Or Bar Stadium, let you know who said there is a particular hill or a cliff just beside that particular stadium. And who says small mountain, a small hill, or climb it to the top of the hill and started recording this particular football match. And at the end of these particular 90 minutes, we saw Clever Sanchez Humana. Now, unknown commentary now make it across. It was even bigger than the main commentary of this particular football match. And the world came to a rescue, and the world was applauding this particular boy, all because of what he was able to do. Sometimes you might seem say, "Oh, chase your dream," and the dream might be small enough for you. You might seem say, "Dreams now will chase," it will take a long period of time for you to reach that particular completion of your dream. But with small time, when the divine opportunity hits you, it will definitely rise your dream up, and the whole world will come to your rescue. And after that way, we share the history now, checking the background. If you poor background in the South American continent, how difficult it is to make an ends meet. It's just similar like the African continent. Poverty in the South American continent, continent, is even bigger than Africa. But sometimes we don't even talk about it. And this is a young boy who needed that kind of chance, needed that kind of opportunity. DIABY, or share us or your commentary within about 45 minutes into the first half of this particular final. Now, people on more internet, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Obia air Twitter, Obia a small scene of his commentary, no be a posted on social media. After full 90 minutes, now on the viewership close to about 47,000 only in the first half. It drew close to about 10 million views.
Wow.
And he was just standing on a hilltop. And then the camera they see one all year just a commentary. We baby a phone this, say in your hand. We baby a phone this, now baby stadium one now. Unya a clear view of the match.
Yeah.
But then he was doing something to entertain people. He was doing something for the world to hear how good he is when it comes to commentary. And he has been able to gain that kind of opportunity. UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid Football Club against Manchester City. He needs to come in and witness that particular great match.
Wow.
Because of that, we've had a lot of interviews that were conducted in Peru. Because of that, we've had a lot of, articles. Most of the blog sites around the world are blogging at the far that way. And due to that, sponsorship deals and other things, also demand this 15-year-old boy, it is easily immense. And it tells you, say, when you are focused, when you are consistently doing whatever good that you are, enjoy. No matter what people will say about what you are doing, only God knows what that dream will take you to. And Akodan say this was the divine opportunity for him to break out, for the world to know him. And some of these young people are omode sports commentary anymore. We will mention this particular boy, Clever Heyman Sanchez. That is the boy's story, and that is how he's actually doing for himself. Now, DIABY, Emra, we saw Arsenal Football Club, Mikel Arteta, say, that kind of history for himself. I will always say Mikel Arteta starts to win games, and when he starts to make sure, winning games consistently for the club and himself, I will always applaud him because of what he has been able to do. DIABY, when he was taking over as a coach for Arsenal in the year 2019, there was a particular coach called Freddie Ljungberg. After Unai Emery, after spending close to about 2 years within the club, and the club was in a mess of which he was not able to hold up those kind of things as Wenger Unai Emery messed up things, and Freddie Ljungberg needed to take over from him. When Freddie Ljungberg took over, now the place that Arsenal was actually on the league level was very, very, very bad. 10th in that particular position, and Arsenal now we are no more way. With about small matches in the Christmas, no more go into the second phase of that particular competition in the year 2019-2020. Papa Mikel Arteta needed to come, rescue Arsenal Football Club, and make sure that in his first debut season, Odiomo Ebeko into the 8th position. Amount for Bebrina anti Edumana Mikel Arteta Ebeye Nase, and people started saying, say, this is not the person that we wanted him to do the job for Arsenal Football Club. Now, when it became very rare, and when it became very difficult for Arsenal, in the second season of Mikel Arteta, what he did was say, after the first season, or the 8th, the second season, or something the 8th in that particular position. Mm-hmm. Now, the third season for Arsenal under Mikel Arteta, he needed to make sure, say, Mesut Ozil and other players within the football club, or who say, more modern farmer club, it was also sideline or more. Then Thomas Partey, Gabriel Magalhaes, and other players needed to come in and then fuel that new generational movement for Arsenal Football Club. So during his third season, Odomu fifth, meaning say there has been some sort of progression over the last 2 seasons if he's over for Arsenal Football Club now. The fourth season that he had for Arsenal, Odomu second in that particular position. That season, close to about 89 points and then 97 goals that he scored for Arsenal Football Club. Most of us thought that I said with that 10-point gap, Ojade tour between Manchester City and Obi and Arsenal, a bit much that league in that season. No? Pep Guardiola, with this experience now in the EPL, he came out and then won the league out of Mikel Arteta. Then last season, himself with the consistent nature of Arsenal, how he has been able to remain consistent, matching up with Manchester City, matching up with Liverpool, matching up with some of the big guys in the EPL, and last season he would have won the league abruptly. But Liverpool and the slot came in and won it, and still remaining second in that particular position. Currently, as we speak, so one of these football clubs are all quality players. Now, let's not show them the side A of Arsenal and the side B of Arsenal Football Club. So clubs are more quality players or more collectively within the EPL. You cannot choose Manchester City. You cannot choose Liverpool Football Club. You cannot choose Chelsea. You cannot choose Manchester United. But the only club are all quality players, and the players now watch very well in the EPL is Arsenal Football Club. And currently, as we speak, checking the number of points or more, not checking the number of goals or more, checking the number of clean sheets that Arsenal had kept this season, not checking the number of recoveries and other goals or more conceded this season. It tells you say things are working on well for Mikel Arteta, and this season, whether we like it or not, Arsenal is on that particular beat, wanting to win the EPL this season for Mikel Arteta. And I know very well, sir, one of the problems about Mikel Arteta will be injury situation, because currently as we speak, Gabriel Magalhaes and so pra kakra, William Saliba pra, Obia Omuni ho betime enim ho aboni yana say chua aboni area ma Arsenal has been Mosquera. And also Enra after the game, he is going out for some weeks, and also Mwa Mfama Arsenal Football Club. What it means, they say, now, Papa reference Mikel Arteta, after so he invested heavily within the centre backs of Arsenal, he need to get a good replacement in the absence of William Saliba, Mosquera, and then Gabriel Magalhaes on promo free Shoho Moko. Joe Timber is there. You're born as a right full back. He can easily be played as a right centre back and also as a left centre back. Jacob Kiwo is also there. He can also do that particular job for Arsenal Football Club. But so who check all other things he has been able to remain consistent and have variety of tactical formations for Arsenal Football Club from last 2 seasons up to this particular season. So Arsenal formation number last season, you can easily admit say omit may beefy up and no matter change variations within their tactics in this particular season. Especially with the 3-4-3 formation currently, sometimes he played the 3-4-3 and sometimes he stick back to the old formation, the 4-2-3-1 tactical formation for Arsenal Football Club. It's not the same as now Benyan say a static number 9 where anymore that therefore a false number 9, then we're allowed to come into the midfield in the likes of Mikel Merino, draw up to Martin Zubimendi and then Declan Rice. We're not making sure that during team man as a right full back and then he makes sure that Bukayo Saka runs from the right wing position into the central progression, then adds up with Eze and as Martin Odegaard in attacking moment of Arsenal Football Club. Then Gabriel Martinelli in the left wing forward as a central progressor. It all bounces to how good Arsenal has been able to have in this particular current season. Clean sheets, most goals conceded, and everything that he has been doing at Chelsea this season as we speak.
On Major League.
And I know, say, Enra born on boy, it's just a big reflection of how good and how persistent this particular club has been. And I believe that this season, whether we like it or not, Arsenal will definitely win the league.
Marty.